We want revolution.
Bookmark rates on standby.
Log online, fan page loaded and ready.
Player stats, loaded. Health check, go.
Weapons check. Eyes check, complete.
We have launched for the Informant podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody. You're listening to the Informant podcast. We are lame, so welcome aboard.
No, wait a minute now.
I speak for myself.
I sense it.
So, all right. Well, let's try that again. So, welcome to the Informant podcast. Today, I have with me Chris Chester, Chainsaw Chester.
Who?
Miggs, Chainsaw Chester, and then Jennifer, the Mafia Wars loot lady, and then Jana's out this evening, so it's just the three of us.
Just
and Mike lingering somewhere in the back, in the
sniffing glue.
in the cellar.
In the hopper.
We put him in the hopper. So what's everybody been up to? I've been on the road, just got back home today, and I've got a cold, so I'm a little hoarse. But
Watching football.
watching some football, yeah.
Killing some families.
Yeah.
Reading some blogs.
Oh, we heard about that.
I think everybody heard about that. How does this stuff spread that quick?
I don't know.
I don't either.
You know, it's really interesting to think about, too, because of the size. Okay, there's, 1 million now active daily players or somewhere around there? That's a lot of players. And
That's a lot of people.
And it's funny how tight-knit the community really is that, you know, a lot of people know a lot and
That's
You know
right.
what I'm
My
saying?
people got people.
My
And they
people
know
knows
your people.
peoples.
And then, you know, no matter what's said about you and however small of a venue, it always gets back to you because somebody will know somebody and it will get passed on.
Right.
Like the 6 degrees of separation.
Of the Informant podcast.
So if you talk shit about someone and you don't think it'll get back to them, in Mafia Wars, it always does.
God, does it get back to them very quickly.
Yeah.
Very quick. Yeah, so. Yeah, but that's what I've been doing is reading blogs.
Did you read mine?
Who are you?
I heard on the last show that I couldn't make it, and I heard you question who I was.
He does that all the time, even when you're here, see? So
don't know who
you
this
should
chick
feel
is.
special.
And thank you for the shout out, Pete. It was kind of cool to get a shout out.
Yeah. Well,
I felt bad I couldn't be there,
yeah. It
but our
happens.
little baby Yorkie passed away.
Right.
He was 14 though, so
Oh,
he had.
so
he
good
He's
lived-
life.
not such a baby Yorkie anymore.
Well, he's little, or
You
he
look
was.
at him, yeah.
It doesn't matter. They're that small.
But we have 2 new puppies now,
Glutton.
so I might not have as much time to blog because I'm going to be busy puppy training.
Potty training puppies.
Cleaning. Cleaning.
There's
is
a
what
lot of
you're gonna-
work.
Yeah. Do you follow the philosophy of crate training?
I don't even know what that is.
Look it up.
Okay.
Crate training is there's some schools of philosophy on training dogs that there's some people that say I will never crate my dog. It's inhumane, it's whatever. And then there's lots of other people that will say that crate training is actually the best thing for them because it creates a safe haven. It's almost like having a dog house outside that they could always feel safe going to. When we had a beagle, and I'm not going to waste a lot of time because it's not really highly relevant to the show, but I will say this:
Sorry.
we had a beagle that was abused, and we got it, and it wasn't crate trained, and we spent a lot of time crate training it, and we had an actual glass break in the house, and you could tell the dog to go crate, and it puts them in their safe place while you're dealing with, you know, an instance like, you know, dealing with glass spread on the floor. If you have some animals that you haven't gone through a process of telling them where their safe place is, then they'll be right under your feet while you're trying to clean up glass and whatever else. It gets frustrating for both the animal and the owner. So, anyway, that's my
I'm going to read all about
veterinary care, but
And you
so-
can do that with almost any place in the house. So if
Right.
you have like a dog bed or something like that, if you
Yeah.
train it to stay in the dog bed, that's what they'll do is they'll
Yep.
go to the dog bed.
Yep.
We'll tell our dog to get in the bed, and she'll get in her bed and just stay there.
Yep.
So she does a real good thing. But I mean, look at Mike. It worked with Mike.
We put him in the hopper.
That's right.
And he feels all warm
Mike
and fuzzy
Hopper.
in there.
Boom, he's gone. So, but yeah, you should look into that.
All right, so
will.
let's tackle the big challenges of the week at least since our last show, because you weren't here to provide a lot of detail.
A couple things.
Yeah. So
of
I'm gonna
interest.
let you jump in and cover everything that you need to, and Chester's gonna have a lot to talk about with the battle stuff. So I'm not gonna talk about any spotlets tonight. So I'll just interject where things are appropriate.
Okay. Well, a couple of major bugs happened that are kind of pretty serious, and Chester will probably chime in on this one. But for a little while, you were able to go to any family page, and as long as the person was not an admin of that family, you could just remove them. And I don't know,
Genius.
I don't, yeah.
Absolute
So
genius.
it actually caused a lot of ruckus for a while, and the workaround was to make everybody in the family an admin so that couldn't happen. We lost 2 people because of that, but we put them back. But I heard some families had
Yeah,
a
but
lot
you
of their
personally
members-
booted them, so.
No, we didn't.
Well, that's what you
They-
told me.
No, they got booted before we could make everyone admin because I wasn't going to post about this on my blog, but it was going all over the news feeds and Skype. So I was like, well, I better.
Did you spank it?
No, I just posted it and gave the workaround.
You should crate it.
Yeah. So there was some bad Mafia Wars players that were having fun removing people from their families.
Now, have they fixed that, or do you still have to do the workaround?
They fixed it
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they
It was
fixed it pretty quick.
pretty quickly, yeah.
Right.
And
Okay.
then another glitch that still hasn't been addressed, and I'm sure a lot of people are hoping it goes away and gets shoved under the rug. But for
Why does she open the doors like that for me?
our last mission had a task where you had to collect these items while fighting, and everyone kind of noticed that, oh wow, treasure chest keys are dropping, and they were dropping at an alarmingly large rate. And so if you were able to catch that and get to that third part of the mission why that glitch was going on, you could get thousands of treasure chest keys. And what happened is people who got them just opened up massive quantities of treasure chests and got some reward points.
Right. We talked about that on the last show.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Do you even listen to the show?
I did.
Well, I thought
Mhm.
I kept waiting because I didn't want to
know.
interrupt, but I was kept waiting that there was another twist to it, like
Yeah,
it's
but
still
it's
an active
same.
bug or something. But
Oh, it's not. It
yeah,
was.
but there's still a lot of pending questions about whether or not they will roll any accounts back based on
And
it.
there's been people that have stated that they lost reward points and they've lost a couple levels. And some people say they lost all their treasure chest keys, that they had like 20 or however many
Right.
before, and they went to their page and
Shouldn't
all
have
of
been cheating.
Well, they didn't do anything though. They just mysteriously lost their treasure chest keys.
Yeah, they were in the
Not-
vicinity of something bad.
Yeah, not the ones obtained through the glitch, but just the ones they already had.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then to top it off, there was another part in the mission which you could ask your mafia for treasure chest keys, and I think you were supposed to get 6, and like I asked mine, I ended up getting like 17.
Wow,
Nice.
And
that's
for
cool.
those who are complaining, I did not hardly get any treasure chest keys because I was writing a blog post, and some people got pissed off at me because I didn't post it in a timely fashion, and then blew a
right.
gasket when I posted something about the marketplace. But I wouldn't post something like that anyways, because if it's going to result in a rollback, why would I put that information out there and have people get rolled back?
Right.
I don't feel bad.
Yeah.
You know, maybe if I knew about it like 3 hours sooner, I
Right.
found out about it about the same time as everyone else.
I found out about it about the time it closed,
Yeah,
so I
think
never benefited from it. But
I got maybe 100 treasure chest keys, but that was just from doing the regular fights to get the items you were supposed to get.
no, I wish I could. That glitch would have given me keys to the older treasure chests that don't have the reward points in it, because those still sit in my inventory, and I've got like 1,000 of those.
Oh yeah, we all have.
and we wonder at what point are they ever going to be removed from our inventory because they're not used anymore, or is there going to be some event down the road where we can get keys to unlock them without paying reward points for them?
And you know what I found really odd about this glitch? It's actually a 2-phase glitch. They made those treasure chests non-giftable quite some time ago. And
Yeah.
during this glitch, you were able to gift them to your mafia.
You couldn't gift the treasure chest, but you could gift the keys.
The treasure chests. They made those non-giftable.
Right, but the keys were giftable.
No,
Yes.
No.
Yes.
no. The
Yes,
treasure
maybe?
chests used to be.
I know, but during this glitch, you could
Oh, the
gift the
keys
keys
were-
to people.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Ooh, maybe we've said too much.
I've said too much. I shall be quiet. No,
Damn, I wish
yes.
I would have had people send them to me.
Yeah, the keys themselves, if someone got, 100 keys, they could have gifted 50 to someone else, which would really make it confusing for trying to do a rollback.
That's right.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that's what usually happens in a glitch already.
Right.
Is that once they get stuff, if it's giftable, they send it to all their feeder accounts and looters and everything else.
Right.
So you can't steal it all back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's money laundering is basically what it is. So.
Which, hey, it's Mafia Wars. Should
Well,
work,
they
right?
compared the black market to the drug cartel, or drug market, however
Yeah,
that.
they did.
Okay, moving right along.
Moving along.
There's a lot. They gave us, out of nowhere came this loot drop event. Yeah, and we have to get 7 loot items like the farmer's insurance and the X-Men.
We have to get farmer's insurance again?
No,
what if I just switch to Geico and save 20%?
We have an event similar to that past event, although there's no limits on how many things you can get, and the stats are actually decent and help more people than the other ones. And they threw in a big announcement, just kind of, they just threw it out there like it was no big deal. But there's going to be a new category in your equipment score. So instead of weapons, armor, vehicle,
Level
animal,
of crappiness?
there's going to be weapons, armor, vehicle, animal, and henchmen, which are people. So what's going to happen is all the things that are now armor items that are a person will become henchmen. And we're going to have 5 categories of loot to keep track of and get 500 of one of. And it's 5 times 2, attack and defense. That's 10 categories of 500 items you have to worry about getting the best of. It's hard enough to keep track of the ones we do right now.
I don't keep track of them.
Well, Team Stockholm does. Right, but for people that want to know and all that stuff, it's going to get confusing.
Nah,
Yep.
it's fine.
If you're into analytics, if you just say, give me the best of whatever you got, I don't care.
It's like being into nerds.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a lot of work on someone's part. And then on everyone else's trying to get all these items. Yeah. So look forward to that. The event will be going on, I have no idea, maybe another week or so. But when it's over, we're supposed to have these henchmen in our inventory. And it's supposed to, everyone's speculating Chicago's coming out this week. I would hope that they would put that on hold and fix a lot of these glitches. You'll be talking about some. The family progression is just at least 5 to 10 people in every family will go to find their checks already auto-checked, and they can't do progression for the day. It's not a widespread problem where, like, everyone in one family will have it. It's random, so I'll have it tomorrow, and it resets fine the next day. But it's like, I always feel like I have a 50-50 chance that my family progression's going to work. And they've been pretty good about compensating players that have this problem. If you write to the customer support, either through email or live chat, they usually give you some reward points to buy refills because you're missing out on all that experience. But it would just be nice to have it work every day. True. And not, like, hold your breath before you click on it.
And it makes you wonder what changed because it was working every day. And then what was about 2 Fridays ago is when things started going squirrely with it. And well, it was back to when they had the problem where people couldn't even progress at all, entire families.
Right.
So whatever code they had working before that, they should have just put back.
And I don't know if it has something to do. Everyone got switched to the daily timer.
Right.
Which the people who love the weekly timer are personally blaming me. But Zynga said they were going to pick one timer, daily or weekly. And we've discussed many of the strategic advantages of the daily timer. But the people who say, I don't play every day, it's not fair, it's all your fault, they like their weekly timer, but now they have the daily timer, and they're blaming me.
Yeah, but back to it again, that if you don't do it every day, even with the weekly timer, you're not going to get everything done.
Exactly.
So
they don't get it.
Yeah. Hello. Wake up, McFly. McFly.
It's better to miss a couple days.
And then just do a couple. Yeah, absolutely.
And
Wake
then
up.
you'll end up spending reward points on the weekly timer because all of a sudden you have to craft like 20 items and you have a day left.
Yeah. As Chester would say, wake up, cracker.
And we started a Get Satisfaction thread, letting Zynga know we wanted the daily timer.
Right.
And there was a good response. And I saw one thread wanting the weekly timer, but maybe like 5 people liked it. So if these people really felt this strongly, they should have went out and told everyone to like that one. But I'm glad we have the daily timer.
There's no justification for that. Skip a day, and and your family will still
Exactly.
progress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have more problems with that weekly timer then.